literally a day early by accident. I don't know how we did that.
Oh, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
In this episode, we cross the Italian border by accident because we end up going through the Frejus tunnel. Good morning. That's us leaving Lake Annecy behind. What a wonderful place that is, and what a wonderful stay we've had. We're now heading up into the mountains to Teens, where we hope to stay at an air, not in Teens, but outside that, in the mountains, and we're hoping that there isn't any major snow flurries. We find ourselves in another motorway mountain tunnel. This one you can do 110 kilometers an hour.
We've done loads lately, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. I think we're coming to the end of this one. I thought it was longer. Here we go. Into the sunshine. The light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, look at that. Woo.
At this point, we just think we're about to go through an expensive tunnel.
Lorries to the right, cars and vans to the left. So it looks like this is a chargeable tunnel, which wasn't obvious to us anyway. You have to declare if you've got GPL, which we haven't, which is automatic gas, and it looks like it's £54 for a single journey. So this is the big one, and this cost us €71, so it better be good. Looks very old for a €71 for a single trip tunnel. Wow, I thought 54 was steep. Oh well, Tash.
No wine for us.
Yes, no wine for a week. So it looks like a really old tunnel. It's still got all the escape places, which is really nice to see, and it's 90 max, I think. Well, no, 70. Sorry, it's 70 kilometers an hour max, with 150 between each vehicle, which is generally being adhered to. Oh, here we are. Here's the end of it. Wowee! Goodness me. So that was a bit exciting. We came through the Frejus tunnel. I'll check the pronunciation later. A grand cost of €71, which was bad enough. Then we came out the other side, and the GPS took us back through the tunnel. So we literally got through the barriers and thought, oh, sugar bubs. Pay another €71. And then when we
Tracy chatting
tomorrow,
up an Italian policeman.
This is my part of the story. And then I said, just pull in here. So I had to go and find a nice Italian. I walked in, there were 4 blokes all tooled up with huge guns. I said, does anyone speak English? And they went, no. Oh, okay. And then this nice guy turns up and says, yes, don't worry, just go towards Turin, see the green bit, drive to that. So that's how we got out. But oh my goodness me, there was a full-fledged panic going on.
Yes, we're in Italy a day early by accident. I don't know how we did that.
Oh, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy days.
Yeah, so this stop, it wasn't planned, so it was a quick when we were kind of stuck the other side of the border when it was trying to put us back through the tunnel. We just quickly found it on Search for Sites, and it was only, I think, a 20-minute drive from coming out of the tunnel, so it was perfect for us. Just what we needed.
Good morning. We are in a small place called Susa in Italy. It's been quite a nice little park up overnight. You have to pay for power, but you can at least drop your grey waste.
Yeah, no toilet drop.
No black water.
And you can empty your rubbish just over there. The price for this car park is €7 for 24 hours, but I paid, I think it was €7.30, and I don't know whether it's because I didn't use cash. I went via the app. Yeah, and we spent a total of €5 on electric. It's quite a nice little area. There's about 7 pictures. Train tracks there, but we didn't find it noisy, so it was a good little stop.
And now for the tale of the tunnel. Well, you'll have seen what happened. We kind of ended up on the wrong side of the border. Didn't even realise we'd crossed the border. The tunnel itself is amazing. It's 8 miles long, and I think about 80% of the commercial traffic between Italy and France that goes by road passes through that tunnel, which is why there were quite so many lorries and why it cost us so much to go through. Whilst the GPS we're using indicated there'd be toll charges, it didn't indicate that the tunnel would be there even, or be a charge. And the reason that we think the GPS routed us through the tunnel and then back through the tunnel was because the slip road to the right had been closed through roadworks, and so the town we were heading to couldn't be accessed straight off the motorway. You had to almost do that loop. So I think that's why we ended up going through the tunnel without understanding that was the case. So some learning. The first one is to be geographically aware of where we are rather than just dutifully following the GPS. And secondly, that if you get stuck, ask a man with a gun. Who knew?
The big city of Milan to the right.
Woohoo!
Exciting!
Yeah, we should go and buy a handbag.
Yes, 2 handbags for Tash and Trace. So we've come out of the craziness of that Milan thing. That was wild, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, the motorways here are like England on steroids. It's crazy. I'm not a fan. And they all drive like lunatics.
Well, they don't all. It's just a different way of driving. You just got to have eyes in your backside, effectively. Backside, in your feet, in your stomach.
But we're heading north now up to
Lake Como.
But we'll be going right to that. But we'll show you that in a bit once we get out of this carnage. Here's a lake. So we just had another van first. The first time our AdBlue lights come on. So we've done roughly 4,500 miles ish.
Just over now.
Just over. So we consulted the van team back at home, i.e. my brother, and he's told us what we need to do. I know you need to fill it up, but I wasn't sure whether it needed mixing or whatnot, so he's given me thorough instructions. Coming up to our second Italian park up by the lake. Will we get in though? That's the question.
Well, it looks okay, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe not tonight though, right?
Oh, it's an amazing spot.
Is it?
Yeah. There's a little slipway with stones, which means that you can possibly launch paddleboards. Just saying. Or I think it'd be safe enough to access.
Now, seeing as we're in a special location, I've been saving some of my posh biscuits. So I'm going to have a milk chocolate sandwich finger. Thanks, Vanessa. So we've arrived at our park up for the night. So We had quite a long drive today, quite a challenging one. Tracy did really well with the driving. Obviously she had a great navigator.
Yes.
But it was challenging at times. So we are parked next to a small lake called
Lago di Mezzola.
Yep. And this parking area, I'll put the title in at the bottom because I can't pronounce it. But the cost is €15. There's roughly 10 spaces for campers, motorhomes. There's a park right behind us, so if you've got kids, it's a great spot. And we are looking right at the lake as well, so maybe in the morning we might get a little dip in because we're chucking it down with rain at the minute. The weather is due to be good from Monday. Today is Saturday, so we're kind of working from that moment. So we plan to kind of be in the start area on Monday, and we're going to move tomorrow halfway. And that's about it, isn't it?
That is, yeah.
That is
so
it.
If it stops raining properly, we'll take some shots for you.
Yeah.
But even without it stopping raining, it's still absolutely beautiful. And that's why we've got lakes, I suppose, so we can't complain.
And at the minute it's quite quiet here. At the minute there's only 3 vans.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, sorry, 4. Yeah. So hopefully. Pretty anchors
And a little lighthouse.
and a baby lighthouse. Good morning.
I'm breaking the rules. The sun's not shining.
I'm taking her in for a swim. It's our second morning in Italy, and we thought we can't leave this place when we're so close to the lake. We've got to go in for a morning dip before we leave.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're.
It's definitely colder than France.
We think this is our first Italian lake swim.
Yeah, definitely mine.
What a fantastic place to go swimming. Oh, hang on.
I got a disaster.
The Queen of Sheba's struggling over here. A disaster. Look at that.
Now back to the van for a nice cup of tea. So we're heading off shortly. We are going to stop halfway from here to, what's it called, Trace?
Bolzano.
Bolzano. Swim was beautiful. I've just twisted my ankle, I think, because I did a right Doris thing. All I did was step out of the van and I just went, I think my foot caught a stone out there, eh, Trace?
I think it's just any excuse not to drive in Italy myself. I think that was a manufactured fall. Poor you, it wasn't at all.
Yeah, the pain's wearing off now. I can move my foot up and down. I think I'm just going to have a big bruise. The things that happen as you get older. We've got the AdBlue. They didn't have 5 litres, so we had to get 10. I would get out and help, but my ankle's hurting now.
That's alright.
Casey's got the guns on.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night.
If we can, yeah. So we're going to pit stop in this little town, aren't we?
Yes.
So it's quite pretty, we'll pull over.
Yeah, it's nice to stretch your legs for a bit.
Yeah.
So hold me tight through the night. It's just as
So the stop we chose for tonight, area Campo Paradiso, is shut. We tried the buttons and there's no response. It looks like in the building there's like a card machine in there, and you drive in and you pay to get this card which opens the barrier, but it's all shut up. So
the irony is the card's called Easy Card.
but it's not so easy. So we're going to go 40 minutes further down the road, and there's another camping place because we wanted power and everything today, and we need to empty the loo as well. I'm still hobbling. I haven't taken my shoe off yet. Tracy's just gonna prepare a bite to eat before we set off. I forgot to say as well, we're right at the top of a mountain. You can see the ski stuff up there. So this is the second mountain we've been up today. Tracy is very excited, aren't you?
Yeah, I love mountain driving.
Yeah. And Tracy loves skiing as well. It's got a bit colder, but it's only 15 degrees. So touch wood, we're lucky with the weather at the minute. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see you when we're parked up. So we've arrived, it's very nice. It's all pretty shut down, we're the only camper. There's 4 power sockets which are all switched off, and the waste is switched off. So we're not going to stay here. It doesn't feel quite right, does it, Trace?
Yeah.
So we're going to go another half hour along the road. Yeah. We've made it to park up number 3. And actually, the third was worth waiting for.
Oh, yes.
I think there's 20 odd spaces. There's only four of us in here, including us. There's power, there's water right on your pitch. And then
There's sunshine.
There's showers in that under the pizza restaurant, and I think we are going to go and have pizza for tea. And my foot is swollen. So Tracy's got to do all the jobs. That turned out to be quite a long day, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Yeah, longer than we thought.
Yeah.
Sure.
So as you walk through here, you've got the bins over there on the right, and then the showers are just under that little tent in the corner. The steps up there are to the restaurant. And this is the facilities. So you come in, it almost looks like a sports centre. 2 toilets. And the showers are over here. And then it's €1 for 5 minutes. There's a washing machine through here. But no tumble dryer. Oh, I tell you what, that's so much better. Ready for the day now? Oh, way better. Look at all the leaves we got on the roof. Good morning. So we're going to end this video here as we are going to head up to the Dolomites today, because today and tomorrow is really nice weather, and then it becomes overcast and rain. This stop's been fantastic, hasn't it, Trace? She's just doing her eyes.
Don't show that.
I won't show it. The cost was €18. And what you do is, it's a barrier system. So when you arrive, you have to ring this number. But the number they had, we couldn't get through on. So we rang the pizza restaurant, which is next to it. And the pizza restaurant, I think, runs this complex. And the chap there let us in. And it's all very trusting, because they don't come chasing you for money. So we went up to the restaurant for our tea last night, and then that's when we paid, and he gave us this little key to exit the barrier today, and then you just pop it into the mailbox. So that was our first Italian pizza as well, and it was lush, wasn't it, Trace?
It was very good.
Really cheap as well. I had a margarita, it was €6. Tracy had
Prosciutto and funghi.
and yours was €7.
Yeah, $7.50 I think.
Yeah, so really cheap. We also treated ourselves to an Italian bottle of red, which is also very yummy.
Very nice.
And reasonably priced as well. The restaurant was really busy, so you could tell it was a good one.
With local people.
Yeah, just full of local people. So
and the proprietor, in common with many people in this area, speaks German rather than English. So if you've got a smattering of German, it does help.
yeah. Yeah, so that's it. If you've enjoyed our video, please subscribe to our channel, help us grow it. Oh, ankle update. It's still very sore. It's swollen. I was in quite a bit of pain last night, wasn't I?
You were.
Like in the middle of the night.
Poorly.
But I don't think there's...
Let's put it this way. We will not be doing hikes at the Dolomites, and we'll see how she gets on. And if you start getting that sort of pain again, then you're going to go to a hospital or a doctor.
Yeah.
We'll get you sorted out.
Yeah, so we'll see what it's like in a few days.
Yeah, we'll worry about it then.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. Thanks for that.
Yep.
Cheerio.
And we'll see you in the next video when we'll be in the Dolomites.
Take care.
See you
Bye for
later.
now.